And what's going on YouTube? It is Jamie Woods with another video, guys. And today, guys, I just wanted to talk about Liverpool. I actually was going to drop a video about a week ago about Liverpool, discussing how I literally thought that they were not going to retain the title. I thought they were going to end up second, third place this year, especially with how the other Premier League teams have bolstered their teams. And this is just based off of the performance at the second during the restart, and of course the FA Cup, or I should say the Community Shield game against Arsenal. They just did not look like the Liverpool that was dominating back in the fall, in the first half of the Premier League season last year. And I literally was going to make a video about that, criticizing Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool for not spending any money this transfer window. And then the Thiago transfer happened, and it kind of proved that this team still has ambition, that this team still wants to retain their title, that they still want to win, that they want to become a big club, that they want to dominate England, just like Manchester United did for so many years. And guys, I think at this rate, Liverpool is the new Manchester United. The way Alex Ferguson was with Manchester United back in the 90s and the 2000s, that is the same way Jurgen Klopp's going to be for the next decade or so, however long he's going to be in Liverpool for. I know his contract is only going up until, I believe, 2024, 2025 or so. So he has a couple more years. But I think if it really does a good job, I think he's going to resign for another 4 or 5 years or so and dominate the whole decade. And I think they can, guys. I mean, basically the video I was going to post before, I was saying that Liverpool right now at the moment, at that time, they were experiencing a lot of staleness. Like, a lot of their guys are getting older, like Salah, Mane, Firmino. Van Dijk is already in his 30s. A lot of their guys are in their 30s. Of course, besides Alexander-Arnold, he's still young. Robertson's only 25 or so. Henderson, I believe, is 30, 31. And then you have a couple other people in their 20s. But for the most part, guys, all these people are either in their 30s or going into their 30s. So they won't be in their prime for much long. And I was criticizing them. I'm like, their performance against Arsenal just wasn't it. The performance in the restart wasn't it. It just wasn't the Liverpool team that we were all used to seeing, and they proved me wrong. Now they got Thiago. They looked dominant against Chelsea the other day. They dominated. I think, what was it, like 3-0, 2-0, however much it was. And we're talking about Chelsea, guys. Chelsea was a team that ended up, I believe, in like 4th place last season. They were in 3rd place for most of the season. They picked up all these guys. They picked up Thiago Silva. They picked up Kai Havertz. They picked up Timo Werner. They picked up Ziyech. They picked up Chilwell. Now they want to get more players. Now they're trying to get a goalie, because Kepa is really the issue there in Chelsea, and they're not going to win anything with Kepa there. But of course, those guys, some of those guys didn't even start the game. Some of those guys didn't even play the game. And if they did, like Timo Werner, for example, the problem is that they don't have that chemistry just yet. They just started the season. There wasn't really a preseason. There wasn't any time for these players to adjust or anything like that. And on top of that, a lot of these players are coming from a whole different league. The Bundesliga, all these other leagues, Liga 1, the Premier League was a lot more competitive, and so I could understand why Chelsea didn't get the result that they wanted. However, I think they will become a much better team later on. But back to Liverpool. Liverpool, with the Thiago transfer, just proved that they might do it again. And I still am going by my decision, my prediction back in my predictions video for the Prem League, and I still think that Man City will win the Premier League. Man City is the deepest squad out of any squad in the Premier League. They picked up a couple good players in the offseason. Pep Guardiola has to possibly be... He's right up there with... I think he's better. He's a better manager than Jurgen Klopp. He's done it in so many other leagues. I mean, Jurgen Klopp did have a history with Dortmund in the Bundesliga. Of course, now what he's doing with Liverpool. However, think about Pep. Pep has been a part of some of the greatest teams in the history of the sport. I mean, Pep was in Barcelona when Barcelona was doing really good. And now he's in Man City, and Man City has been dominating the Premier League for how many years now since he's been there? Like, Pep is, to me, still the best. And I still am going with Man City as my winner for the Premier League this season. However, Liverpool's going to give him a heck of a race. They're going to go down fighting this year, guys. Thiago just adds a whole new element to this team. I've always been critical, as weird as it is, I've always been critical of Liverpool's midfield, like Jordan Henderson, Keita, Wijnaldum, all those guys. Like, they get the job done, but to me personally, I feel like if Liverpool could have a much stronger midfield, they would be so much more superior than what they already are at the moment. And of course, I think they also need a center back to pair up with Van Dijk. Because to be honest with you guys, I'm still not sold on Joe Gomez. I don't think Joe Gomez is that guy. I might be wrong. Who knows? But I think they need, in order for that defense to be unstoppable, I think they need a elite center back that can be paired up with Van Dijk, and I think they'll be fine because Alexander-Arnold and Robertson are phenomenal. I think Alisson Becker, probably one of the best goalies in the world right now, and the back is pretty much set. All they need is the center back. And one of the things I was always critical was the midfield, and also something that I'm also going to talk about, which I think is another thing that Liverpool need to make a priority now, is having backups for the strikers, which they did with Diego Jota, but I still don't think it's enough. I still think they need at least one more winger, either a left winger or right winger, because Diego Jota, I believe, is a striker. So he can come in for Firmino. He can rotate. They can rotate. I don't know if Diego Jota can play a winger or not, but they do need. I still think they need a winger. I think they need someone to sub in for Mane, or rotate with Mane, or rotate with Salah. Remember, guys, these guys are getting older now. They're bound, God forbid, but injuries happens, guys. Fatigue happens, especially in soccer, and especially in football, in a sport like this, where you're having tons of different games all at once. You have the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, the Premier League, the Champions League, the Club World Cup, the Community Shield. There's so many different competitions, guys, and I think if Liverpool want to win every single competition, because I think right now Liverpool's goal is to win the treble. They're trying to do something that hasn't been done since Manchester United in 1999. They want to have all the records, guys. They won the Premier League after 30 years. They've won the Champions League for the first time since 2005. They've done things that not too many other, in fact, no other English club in the last how many years has, since maybe Manchester United, has done. Like none of those teams have done that type of stuff that Liverpool have done in the last 2-3 years. And I think the next goal that they want is they want to win the treble. They want to win the FA Cup, they want to win the Carabao Cup, and they want to win the Premier League. And of course, well, take out the Carabao Cup. Actually, the FA Cup, the Premier League, and the Champions League. They want to win the treble. And I think with adding Thiago, adding Diego Jota, definitely boost their chances to do so. But I still think they need a couple more pieces. They need at least one more player, and I think that should go to a winger, or maybe I doubt they're gonna get a center back, guys. I think they really do view Joe Gomez as that guy, which I don't think he's that guy, to be honest with you. We're gonna see. We're gonna see, guys. It's gonna be an interesting last 2 weeks or so of the transfer window, and we're gonna see. As a Manchester United fan, I want to see teams do well. You know what I mean? A lot of teams are boosting and strengthening in the Premier League. Chelsea, of course, being one of them. The Wolves just signed their 14th Portuguese player, whatever it is. And then you have Man City signing their guys. You have the Spurs. They're trying to get Lingard from Manchester United, actually, which I find a bit strange. I guess Jose Mourinho had a lot of good memories with Jesse Lingard. He's trying to bring him into Tottenham to boost up that squad. I don't know what's going on with Dele Alli, but they were trying to get rid of Dele Alli. I don't know why. Dele Alli, to me, is probably one of the best midfielders in the whole Premier League. And so every single club is getting stronger. So Liverpool's chances of retaining the title this year are going to be slimmer. However, adding the likes of Thiago, adding the likes of Diego Jota, it's definitely going to boost their chances. And on top of that, Liverpool is so good together as a unit, and they've been playing together for 2 or 3 years already, that squad, and that it's going to be hard for any other club to overtake them. I'm not saying it can't be done. It could. There's a lot of strong teams now this year, guys. A lot of teams got stronger. Look at Everton. They got James and a couple other people there in Everton. They're looking a lot more better. So, like I said before, guys, I said that I think this year, the 2020-2021 season for the Premier League was going to be a very fantastic season. So far, it's been that way. Leeds have been the feel-good story of the year so far. Leeds gave Liverpool an amazing game. They almost won the game. It was a opening day classic. A lot of competition now, so Liverpool needs to watch their back. They need to be aggressive. They need to get more players. If they can have players that can sub in for Mane and Salah, and if they can get a center back, which in my opinion that's something that they need to do. I think that they're gonna definitely retain that title. But yeah, guys, that's my little video on Liverpool. And I'm definitely going to do more videos on other different Premier League teams and all that type of stuff. I'm definitely going to be making football videos and all that type of stuff, guys. You know, it's the fall now. Everything came back, and it's exciting. Again, sports all over are back, basically, and it's going to be a good time. All right, guys. So, guys, that's the video for today. Peace out.